Hello everyone, my name is Magdala Ramirez and I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. Today we're going to be talking about the power of the feminine and how to manage that power. For such a long, long time, the women thought that they didn't have any power. Maybe you grew up thinking in that way because everything was ruled by that patriarchal system that it has been enslaving human beings for a very, very long time. Maybe you thought about that because they told you that you were powerless. They told you that you cannot connect to a higher divinity, that you cannot see your own divinity for such a long, long time. Well, it is imperative at this time, with all the situations going on in the world and the beautiful vortex that it is opening right now, for people to embrace and recognize their own power. There has been many, many teachers that they have come in here, women teachers, that they have come in here bringing those lessons and recognizing that power. You have Buffalo Calf Woman, you have Magdala, you have Ixchel, Laoma, Kuan Yin, Tara. You have so many, Yemaya, Tonantzin, so many beautiful spirits of the feminine that they truly came in here and create a new way of living, a new way of thinking. What do they have in common? What they have in common is that they know themselves and they know that they are sacred. They knew since the very, very beginning that they were who they were, the daughters of the Great Mother. And they came to give a message in here. And the message was a message of love, was a message of remembering your own divinity. And they were all under attack in one way or the other by whatever system it was in that time, system that it was being ruled by that patriarchal system. And it didn't matter how other people would think about them, good or bad. They recognized themselves as sacred and they were able to deliver the message. There has been so much power. The power in this planet all comes from the feminine realm. Even in the masculine, powerful men have powerful women that guide them, that teach them, because you are a teacher of love. And those men were able to tap into a higher consciousness because of that reflection of the feminine. All power, it comes from that divine feminine, for that is the Holy Spirit. For such a long time, we have been saying that it was that beautiful divine feminine who hid all this authentic DNA in the human being for protection for a very, very, very long time. Now is the time to tap into that original DNA where human being it is able to recognize their own power and use it for the highest good of everyone, for this power is given for that reason. You do live in a world of oneness. You have always been living in that world of oneness. And that is a very, very powerful understanding because you do recognize the essence of all the life forms. And they are all interconnected into one. We have been talking about this for a very, very long time, and this is the time that you put it on what you know. Put it on what you have been told in that inner voice of yours that it is indeed the one that created you, talking to you directly, guiding you back into that authentic DNA. It is true that for long, long time, the four elements has been at play, and it has been one against the other one in the distortion of the patriarchal system. Well, I'm telling you that it will be a time where all the elements are coming together, for they are all inside of you. But there are these two feminine elements, the water and the earth, that you can tap into this power directly, for these are the ones who's bringing the revelation and the power that you need to begin to trust yourself again and believe in yourself. For I am telling you, I believe in you, means that I am living in you in the same way that you are living in me. Wherever you go, I am going with you. Wherever I am, you're coming with me. These two elements, it gives you so much power that it is the time for you to bring this power forward. The water, it is your emotional body. And it has been distorted for such a long time, it is true. It creates so much distortion, that patriarchal system in the emotional body, that is why for such a long time you didn't know how to believe in yourself. Now is the time for you to heal that emotional body, to heal the waters, for it is you the one that by your touch, by your heart, it is able to touch those waters within yourself and bring it back into a memory of that healing, of that natural way of thinking, the understanding that you have always been love, and that all your lessons in life, it has been based on love. Yes, it is you the one who create those lessons. And if you learn those lessons, you don't need to repeat those lessons, as we have been speaking about it for a very, very long time. It is you the one who heals those waters by changing that perception of reality and breaking the attachment, those attachments that you have about painful situations. It hooks you into there. When you're not afraid of pain and you touch these parts in you, you are able to heal the waters within. The mother water, it is always there to help you. It is you the one who heals your physical body too. You know, your physical body, it is a perfect reflection of that divinity that you are, and it heals by itself. The body reacts with those emotions in one way or the other. And every single time that you make a cover up, it's going to begin to show up in your physical body in one way or the other. And it is you the one who tap into that recognition and heal these parts in yourself. And the body repairs literally by itself, because your body, it is encoded to understand the multidimensionality, and it is all in your DNA. You have the power of transmutation. And for such a long time, you have been using that power of transmutation to transmute everybody around you. When the truth is about you transmuting your own self first. It is a time of enlightenment, means recognize that light that you are, your light body, that part of you that it is eternal. You came into this realm because you needed those lessons. But when you die, it's not that it is over. It is far beyond that, because you have always been eternal. You are that divine spark that recognizes yourself as divinity. You come here to give a message too. What kind of a message are you given? For your purpose in life has always been to know yourself and recognize yourself and tap into this incredible wisdom, the cosmic wisdom that resides in you, and being able to manifest that wisdom. Manifesting that wisdom, it is your masculine side, your way of living. Can you put it on what you know? Can you break this patriarchal system that has been enslaving you for such a long time, making you think that you're not going to be loved if you say who you are, thinking that if you bring that wisdom, you do need to believe in yourself and that you're supposed not to because they tell you not to? Breaking that enslavement, it is imperative at this time. And that it is the big help that you do with all your loved ones, all your family and friends. That beautiful, beautiful network of love that you have that resides within yourself just at the moment that you present yourself in that integrity. Not being afraid what other people would think of you. Not being afraid of anything that limits you, for that has been only an illusion. That limitation, it is the lower selves. It is encoded in the lower selves that the system knows that lower self is completely manipulable. But at the moment that you are aware of it, you liberate yourself into a higher understanding of your own self, another version of yourself, for you have always been your higher self. When you use this power, you use this power for the highest good because naturally it is not about judgment. It is not about attachment. It is not about using your power to control other people because that comes from that lower self. You do have your perfect and beautiful key, your feminine and masculine working together, and that's what we call the bridal chamber within your own self. Your male side wants to tap into that power, thinking that in that way it will be better in the system accordingly to other people, bringing competition, greed, and destruction. The first part that you need to do is enlighten your own male side. Means knowing that there is a world of oneness where nothing of all this exists. That there is no difference between that life force of the tree and that life force within your own self. For you have always been love. The beautiful teachers that has come into this realm, they were in many, many, many traditions and cultures everywhere in the world. They were sent by the light to teach you. They were sent from the light to bring and open the path to bring you back into this world of oneness that you have always been. They give you the new eyes and understanding, and everything was about that union of polarities within your own self. embracing the power that you are, and stop giving your power away to a system that continuously are enslaving all human beings. When I talk about that divine, beautiful, feminine power, is very different of what you have learned in the system about power. For a long time, you thought that the man has the power and it was about money and possessions and all this materialistic way of thinking, status in many ways, and that is completely a lie. For this has never been the ways of the human being. The power of the masculine, it is part of that manifestation. What do you want to manifest? Where it is your power, and how it is also very connected to all the sisterhood. For all the divine feminine recognize each other, for all life is sacred, and it has always been sacred, is not a division in any way, is not a separation. It has always been that unity within yourself, for that integrity. It is happening as we speak. When you see all life is sacred and you recognize as the life force that it is in everywhere, the communication happens in the highest manner, observing that the lesson of one is the lesson of the many, observing that whatever it is happening to you, it is also happening to me. And yet we all are interconnected in such a deep manner because we know that we are love. We are the source of love, and it has many, many, many directions. As we have been saying, all the relations are inside of you. It is up to you if you can clean those waters and those emotions in every single relation inside of you. Recognize the lessons of love that you have, no matter what has happened, or thinking that it was a separated thing, that that separation was there. I am telling you, it has never been in there. Your choices of how do you manage your power, it is imperative at this time. The choice, it is your freedom that you have. The freedom of embracing that divinity and bring that beautiful world that you know that exists inside of you, that world of oneness, with all this wisdom and remembering. Whatever it is happening to this planet is happening to you. For you are the land. You want to see how the land is. You can see how the women are in that time, in this place. And tap into that consciousness, for it is you the one who heals the earth. For the earth, it is healing you and giving you the next octave. This next octave that the Mother Earth is giving you, it is the recognition of a higher understanding of who you are. She has always, always connected you to the cosmos, for she is part of that community of the cosmos. You come from the stars. You come from love. You are the daughter of the cosmos. You are the daughter of love. And as the daughter of love, you recognize yourself as love. And in there resides your biggest power. For love is eternal. For love has always been eternal. It is always the connection beyond time and spaces. It is not regulated by a patriarchal system. It is not limited to a certain time and space, for it is beyond everything. That is your biggest treasure, being able to recognize yourself as love and believe in yourself again. This is imperative at this time to recognize this power, for you are giving birth to a new world. You are enlightening your masculine side, and in that way, you are creating a whole new understanding of your way of living. Here we are, my sister, my mothers, my daughters, in this holy day. It is the one that created you, the one who speaks in you, for you, and guiding you back. It is you, the one that enlightens. It is you, the one who holds that Holy Spirit. It is you, the one who understands yourself and see yourself in a higher manner. I am reminding you that we do have an app now that you can download in your phone. It is called Messages from the Great Mother. This is for you to remember who you are, and remember that the Great Mother is always walking with you. We have our school online that registrations are open, that you can join us in making the work, the spiritual work that it is so necessary at this time. I am so thankful for who you are and what you're doing. We all are dancing together. This is the weaving of love that we have. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being able to help yourself and reach yourself, for this is the only one that you need to reach. You are the daughter of the Great Mother. You have always been the daughter of the Great Mother. I am you. Tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate.